Alright, people, so now Obama is letting in Ebola into the United States. Something that is horrible, something that is bad. You know, they got flights coming in now from West Africa, still coming in to the United States. This is bullshit right here. I got my calculator up, and I'm going to do some calculations here. So there's been about, we'll approximate 5,000 to make it easier. 5,000 Ebola cases in West Africa, in Africa so far. So we are going to I'm going to pull up my calculator on here, and if you learned how to do proportional fractions, I mean, you could probably do this. But we have about, we'll say 5,000 in West Africa, and even if that's wrong, or you know, they're projecting 1.4 million. So I mean, even if it's wrong, it's not that big a deal. So we got five. I know there's a few thousand. So there's 5,000, so for every 5,000 cases, we've gotten one in the United States so far. So we got 5,000 divided by, or 5,000 over 1. On the other side of the fraction, we got 5,000 over 1 equals, and at the other, it's 1.4 divided by x. So we're going to do x times 5,000. So we got 1.4 million here. 1,400,000 divided by 5,000 equals, so about 280. If the CDC's predictions are right, 280 Ebola cases in the United States by about 2015. That, you know, if everything keeps going as planned, that's gonna be a lot of Ebola cases, you know, to deal with. So approximately 280. You know, going by just chances and statistics. So I mean, they haven't. Why wouldn't you fucking shut down the fucking? Alright, there's 1.4 million people that are supposed to be infected with Ebola. Think how many of those people are gonna get by and get in here if they can. Let's shut down the flights, lock down our borders, people. Alright, yeah. How about that? So no Ebola can get in here. Alright, you know, let's try to do that for a change. You know, actually, you know, enforce the law. Let's try to protect the people of the United States of America instead of putting their lives at stake. Why hasn't Obama shut down the flights? I mean, it's fucking common sense. It's one case has already gotten here, and that guy's exposed 20, you know, a ton of other people to Ebola. A complete failure of the government, complete failure of the CDC. People should be fired over this. I heard Obama was saying, oh yeah, Ebola's not going to get here. Well, it's gotten here. You know, it's gotten here, people. And it's only going to get worse. It's getting worse in Africa. It's already getting worse here. And, you know, the pattern has been going, you know, it's going to keep getting worse here. I mean, it's only realistic. But let's look at how they've been handling this. You know, Rick Perry, I was watching on the Alex Jones show, he was like, oh yeah, we got this all under control. He was on that press conference. Yeah, we got this all under control. You know, and that is true. I mean, we do have the best doctors in the world. But that doesn't mean that we're executing all these skilled people to the best of their ability. No, I mean, they're not even being used, really. I mean, Rick Perry's, I'm not saying Rick Perry was right, I'm saying he's wrong, because he's like, yeah, we got this all under control, we got all these skilled people, we know how to handle this. I mean, obviously, the way we handled this Ebola patient was a complete failure of our medical system. We can't even handle one Ebola patient correct, but, you know, so we're no better, really, than West Africa. We complete failure in the way we handle this Ebola patient. Complete failure. Just 100% failed. So first off, he goes into the hospital or doctor's office. I don't know which. And he said, I heard he said, yeah, I'm from Liberia. I came from Liberia. He didn't have his social security number, so he wasn't from here. And they sent him home with antibiotics. Like, whoa, that's a big failure right there. So obviously we aren't equipped to deal with Ebola. If this guy had symptoms, so he was walking around for a few days with the possibility of transmitting Ebola to other people. And it does not become, you know, you cannot infect other people with it until the symptoms become prevalent in you. So it takes about, I think it said like 21 or 22 days for, you get it, and then it takes 22 days for the symptoms to take effect, and then when those symptoms take effect, that's when you can transport it on to other people. And whether it's airborne or not, I don't know. It could be partially airborne, I hear, but and then you also got the person, the UN, Ebola UN head saying, yeah, if we don't contain it, it could become airborne. The way it's been spreading and mutating, and becoming so deadly. I don't know. I mean, it possibly could be airborne. I find it hard to believe. You got all these doctors who are, are trying their best to not contract the virus, and they're like, oh, it can only be transmitted by, fluids of the people infected. Well, if you're in a full hazmat suit, then how are you getting infected? It just blows my mind that, I think there's more to it than, oh, it's only, you only get infected by a body fluid. I think it's more than that. I think it could have mutated or some shit like that. They did an interesting piece on a Nova documentary where it was airborne, where Ebola was probably airborne between monkeys, because monkeys in this one cell got it, and then the monkeys in this other cell got it too, and it transferred by the air vent. So I mean, it's a good possibility that it's airborne. So the way they handled this one patient was a complete failure. First, they had outside the apartment, they had the people, before he went to the hospital for the second time. I guess he vomited outside. So they had people, just normal people dressed in clothes like I'm wearing right now, just power washing it right in front of the apartment building where he was. Just power washing it. No clothing, or no protective clothing, no hazmat suits. No, just power washing it. Like this is no big deal. Like this is like a fucking common flu. It's just ridiculous. This was coming out of a local TV station from the area. They had the helicopter up top, viewing it. Clear picture of them just power washing the Ebola vomit. And it was ridiculous. And then they have, a few cops or a few people coming to the door of where the Ebola patient was or stayed in the apartment, and knocking on the door. Again, no hazmat suits, no vomit, nothing. Or no vomit, no protective clothing, just nothing. Just coming like I'm wearing right now. And you got the partner of the Ebola victim saying, yeah, I just put my sheets in a plastic bag and shit like that. I think she even said like, oh yeah, I'm still sleeping with my sheets or whatever. So I mean, where's the CDC on this? Why aren't they going into this apartment building and just quarantining it and getting everybody out, and shutting it the fuck down? I mean, you should take as many precautions as you need to. And somebody went, oh, you can't kick somebody out of your house. Well, it's fucking probable cause right here. I was even thinking about this. I'm like, you got 80 people. Like I was thinking about, but it's probable cause. You've got reasonable search and seizure. That's what the Fourth Amendment states. You have a reason to seize a person, or and you could put them in quarantine, set them up with a nice TV. That's what our tax dollars should be going towards. Making sure Ebola doesn't get out. But no, we're gonna fucking just ignore the situation, ignore it, downplay it in the media. Oh, it's no big deal. When it is a big deal. People, alright, wake up. It's a huge deal. Now I hear they're testing other people for Ebola. I hear one in Washington, D.C., one in Hawaii, one in Toronto. So this is a serious, case, and we've showed that we cannot handle even one case properly, or I think we're just not choosing to handle it properly. I think we can handle it properly, but we're not choosing to handle it properly. So let's say, we get 10 cases. Think how crazy that would be if we get 10. Then we definitely won't be able to handle it properly. And those 10 people, I mean, it spreads pretty easy. And think of an ISIS guy. If he wants to suicide bomb, oh yeah, you could take out, a good amount of people by suicide bombing. Think if he infects himself with Ebola, somehow gets his hands on Ebola, infects himself with Ebola. Think of how, and they say, oh, you can only infect with fluids or whatever. Think how many people he could infect though, with just fluid. Think of if 10 ISIS guys had got Ebola and came over here and went through our open borders, which are publicly open, and started just fucking shit up with, just, it can be, contracted with just body fluid, so they could just take their spit and put it in various places, and boom, people have Ebola. Put it in people's food. I know it's pretty easy to transport if to other people if you want to do that. So think how just how on the brink of just an Ebola outbreak we are. I mean, this could get real serious real fast. And if they come out with a vaccine, people, don't fucking get it. Alright? Because they put so much shit in those vaccines, and there's so many stories about people getting getting the virus or getting the illness that the vaccine was supposed to prevent, or like dying, or getting, or weird things happening to their body. So if there's a vaccine that comes out, I'm not fucking getting it. And again, the way to prevent this is to shut down flights from Africa. You don't want people from Africa coming in here, or they can come in from Africa, but then quarantine them for a month. Make sure they don't have Ebola. But even that, there's still a risk for it to get out. So I just shut them down altogether, alright? Shut them down altogether. We have to worry about Americans. Can't let this virus get in here. Can't let this illness get in here. We gotta use all precautionary measures to make sure that this virus does not get in America, alright? Instead, we're letting flights in from West Africa. We're leaving the borders wide open. Let's shut down the borders, and let's make sure the flights from West Africa do not get in here, people. Alright, so there you go, people. Leave comments below. What do you think about this? Do you think it's a threat or not? Because I fucking think it's a very major threat right now. This is what I'm worried about right now. There's people that are just worried about various issues. Whether it be, like I went to the fucking Tigers game today, MLB playoff game, which was an exciting game. It's exciting. I see people, like trying to start the wave. Like, 1, 2, 3, yeah. Why don't you put just an ounce of that energy? Alright, and I see people like, let's go, yelling, let's go, yelling chants. Why don't you put an ounce of that energy, you put it into the Tigers game, to focus on real issues like Ebola, or ISIS, or Barack Obama's lies, or other shit. There's bigger things out there than fucking sports. Was I disappointed that they lost today? Yeah, I was a little bit disappointed. But I'm like, I'll just go back to fighting for freedom and fighting for myself and my fellow Americans. And it's no big deal. I was disappointed. I was, it was last game of the year for them. Whatever. They lost. Alright, I get over it in 10 minutes, whatever, 5 minutes, whatever. I said, I'm going to go back to fighting for, just freedom, and fighting for the truth, fighting for liberty, fighting for, just my, fighting for my fellow Americans, whatever, promoting out the truth and promoting out my beliefs. This is number one right here, people. Focusing on real issues, not sports or celebrities. This is real. Ebola is a real threat. And, again, leave your thoughts on it. Do you think it's a real threat or not? You got a lot of people saying, I hear one German virologist says 5 million people could be infected. CDC says about 1.4 million, a few others say, others say 500,000. So, this is probably going to be a very serious thing, though, that happens in the world, with a very high death toll, I think. There's already a high death toll. I think it's going to spread a lot more, though. So, again, comment below. Just tell me what you know about it. Maybe you know some more facts. I'm always willing to learn more about the situation. So let me know, comment below, and there you go, people.